All right. Hey, we're gonna start. Um, thank you guys. We got Chris, Greg, Mike, Sam, and Tom on the call here. Thank you guys for joining us here today. Um, uh, I want to. I'm actually really excited about this webinar today. I'm gonna talk about something that's really exciting. Let me get this started right here. There we go. And let's see. There we go. Today, I'm not sure how long it's going to go today. I didn't really did a full run through, so but let's see. It shouldn't be too long. But I want to talk about recent developments, and that's actually not too long. And then I want to talk about May 15th. There's a big thing that we're launching company wide, and those are the only two things I want to talk about. So first, recent developments. um, we have launched our email success program, and I also want to talk about a prospecting and new affiliate guide. This actually is still in development, but I wanted to just talk to you about what we're doing with this and where we're going. So, the email success program is an add-on to the success program. So it's an add-on to the content management system. And to show that, I'm actually going to get out of here and actually show how that works. So here on the website, when we log in, and I'm just going to log in as a sample affiliate here. So when you log in, you get this screen here. And let me actually make my screen a little bit smaller. So you can see better here. I'm on a huge iMac, so oops, I don't want to do that. Okay, we got somebody else here. Who just joined us here? Hello, who just joined us?
No, hey, sorry. This is John LeBaco.
Hey, John, how are you?
Pretty
Thank you for
good, pretty
joining
good.
us. We're just starting. I'm actually going to just do my resize my screen a little bit so you can see better what I'm doing here. Let's see. Yeah, that is better right there. So let me turn that off, and we will close that. Don't save that. And okay, I'm gonna mute everybody, just so you don't have any feedback here. I will unmute everybody later on, when I open it up for questions here. Let me see. There we go. Um, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about, let me go. All right, so I just logged in to your main menu, and so under the My Success program, if you open that up, now there's more tabs in here. So we've added a My Customers tab, but also this is the big one, Email Success Program. So My Customers is basically, it just lists your customers here. And this is just a sample affiliate, so this is not real stuff. Um, but this is where you can find just their phone number and then their email address. And let's go back. Under Email Success Program, though, we have four tabs, and so you can email one of your customers, you can email all of your customers, you can email one affiliate, and you can email all of your affiliates. So it works the same. If you click on one of these, email one customer, again, it will list your customers, all of them here in first name order. And then to email one of them, you just click on their email address. So we'll click on Sandy right here. And when I click on that, it opens up this page right here. And so this is an email generator that the email is going to look like this part right here. So we've set it up this way so the email looks very nice. It's an HTML email. And so what you can do, first of all, it says here email program. You're going to send an email to Sandy, and then there's her email address. And so then you can type in a subject, and we'll just type in test subject for right now. And oops, what am I doing here? Test subject. You can send a copy to yourself. So I'm going to leave that on and I'm going to just show you and then type in your email here. So I can just say, hey, hi, what was her name again? Sandy. Um, um, this is a test. And so you don't have, it will automatically tag this on here. So it will have your name, your title, independent affiliate, and then your phone number and your email address. That will automatically be populated in there. And then you just click send email. So now it says your email was successfully sent to, and then the reason it actually listed here is because if we send it to multiple people, then you can actually see it here. So I just saw that email come in. I'm going to click on it. This is the email that I just sent out. So it says right here, test subject. It went to Nancy. And then right here it says, hi, Sandy. And this is the text that I just put in there. So they get a really, really nice looking email. All the emails that come from Litigit, they're all going to look the same. So when they open it up, they immediately know this is coming from your business. So if I go back here, see, as you can see, there's a, this is the actual affiliate. So they were copied on it and then it went to Sandy itself. So that's why when we clicked on send a copy to myself, so it did that automatically. So let me go back out. Let me actually erase this one. So if I go back to email program, now if I go back here just to show you, I have two customers here. And if I click email all my customers, it's just going to say email program, send an email to all of my customers. And so I don't have to know who they are. It's just going to be, again, test subject, all customers. Again, send a copy to myself, type in your email here. I'm just going to leave that here. So that's going to be our text right here, type email, and then send email. And now it's going to say again, your email was successfully sent to all your customers, and then there's their names. So just to verify they all got it. So if we go back here and we actually close this, there's the three emails that just came in. So if I open this one was to Sandy Angel. Then we have this one here that's the copy one. So from Nancy to Nancy, and then this one is Chris Falcone. So that's um, the second customer. So that's how easy it is to send. If you have, hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of customers, you can just go email all my customers, and they will all get one email. And it's not one of those where let me go back because that's the copied one, where they all get an email with everybody else's email address on it. It's actually a one-to-one email for every single person. So you'll see that it came from Nancy, and it was sent to Angel. And so if I click reply, it will actually go back to whoever. It will be your email address right here. It will actually have two, just because it says here mail server at my Litigit. That's because it's actually technically it's not coming from your email address. So it's actually coming from this one, but it generates this automatically. So when they do a reply, it actually replies to your email. So let me take these out. And it's the same thing with your affiliates. So if you want to email one of your affiliates, again, as you can see, these would just be their names and their phone numbers. As you can see, this is all sample stuff because we're using a sample associate. But you would just click on one of their email addresses, and it is going to do exactly the same. These emails look exactly the same. The ones that you send to your customers, or the ones that you send to your affiliates. So again, here it says it would say their name right here, and then it would have their email address. And again, you just type in the subject, copy myself on it, yes or no, and then type in your email here. So I'm not going to send it because it's going to be exactly the same. And then the same thing. Hold on a second. Something's bouncing here. Let me see here for a second. I got a question here from Greg. Greg is asking if we can have it automatically when we do an email, for example, to Chris. When I click on Chris, to have it automatically say, "Dear Chris" or whatever their first name is. I decided not to do that um, because sometimes it depends on what kind of customer you have, how you open this up. So I like to, if I have been talking to somebody multiple times, I like to just say like, "Hey," um, or "Hi." If it's the first one, I like it to say "Dear," or any a little bit more official title. So that's why I didn't put that in there, and so you can just type it in there yourself. Um, Also, so that would be the if we send it to all of my customers, it's not going to do that either. So here you cannot put in "Hi Sandy" because it's going to send this to all of the people, to all of to all of the customers. Um, so at this point, what I do is I say I just either type in "Hi," comma, or if it's to all the affiliates, I would just say "Hey affiliates" or "Hey team." Um, if it's only my team that I'm emailing, then I would just say "Hey team," how, and so I would send it that way. Um, so if if you have some feedback on that, just let me know what you would like it to say, and I will actually think about if we can do that. Because we can definitely do it, but I don't want to limit ourselves to it. It has where it's always going to say "dear," and you don't have a choice. So that's the only that's the reason why I didn't want to just put in there um, to put it in stone. To decide for you guys what was going to go in there. So I'd rather have you guys be able to do it yourself. Um, um, So Greg says, so we could type "Hi" or "Dear" and then place the field name. Um, Let me see if that is even possible because this is just a text field, and this might. I understand what you're saying, Greg, and I know with Mailchimp, for example, that's how that works. It might be a little bit too technical um, for if we start doing that kind of stuff. So let me think about it and see if we can do that. Um, and yeah, we'll just see if we can implement something like that. Um, so that is the email success program. Again, that lists under the success program. So you do need to be signed up for that success program. If you're not signed up for that, and you click on this thing on this button right here, and it gives you a totally different um, screen here where it gives you information about the success program, and then it says sign up. That means you're not signed up yet, and that is not available to you yet. So um, it's a very easy, a really cool way to make sure that when you get in touch with your people, that it looks professional and it's very consistent. So that's why we thought this was going to be um, what I think it's I use it now all the time actually to email my customers and to email you guys as well. Um, so let me get back out here and let's see what's going on here. Okay, I gotta make that a little bit smaller. That's because I changed my screen here. Um, so then what I want to talk about, this is something that I'm working on. I started working on that last week, and this really came from the book GoPro. That really got my mind going to make something um, for you guys, and actually I wanted to make it for myself as well. Um, the GoPro book teaches you on how to get your prospects and how to get your customers. And so I set up let me see here, a chart, new affiliate prospecting here. Let me see if I can zoom this out a little bit. No, okay, there we go. Zoom. That would be so nice if there was a zoom on here. Uh, Sorry about this, you guys. This is the first time I'm using this. There we go. Zoom out. This is just a flow chart, and this is not something that I'm going to be giving to you guys, but I made it so I can explain what we're working on. I believe one of the biggest hurdles about doing direct marketing is the prospect calls. I've always hated the calling up your friends and your family and talking to them, and even when you get a prospect off of a website to call them. Um, so when I read GoPro though, I I got so excited because he approached that from a very very different point of view, and so I just wanted to share it with you. So what I'm going to do is once these charts are finished and I'm done with that, I'm actually going to put this inside the content management system, where when you have a prospect or you have a new affiliate, it's gonna say right next to their name where they are in either the prospecting system, or where the affiliate is in their own development, and it's just gonna give you what's the next step. And so you don't have to remember. Okay, you'll see the calls for prospects. That's pretty simple. It looks kind of you know you know there's a lot of stuff on there, but it's really not. I'm just a little bit. I went a little bit crazy on making this really, really detailed. But you'll see once we go into the affiliate one, there's an enormous amount of steps to help you to not. You don't have to remember what's the next thing. What's the next development that I need to do for my affiliates? What's the first thing that I need to do once they sign up, and then what do I do after that? So this is going to be when you have a prospect and your prospects come in either from here, from the contact form. If you're signed up for the success program and you have your own website, your prospects come in from the contact form or from the affiliate contact form. So there's two forms. If they can fill these out and submit it, or you can also have a prospect that you got from face to face, or one that you got from a prospect call. So from your list. And so when you have it, one of these, then you gotta enter them manually into the content management system, and then you set up a follow up date and time for them. So with these, that works automatically. Once they fill out the form, they automatically get put into the content management system, and you have a follow up date already. So what do you do at that point? You call your prospect, and of course, here it is. Do they answer? Yes or no. If they don't answer, do not leave a message. Don't ever leave a message on your prospecting calls, but just reschedule and call them back later. And then it goes back to call process. And then it just rotates around here until they answer. Once they answer, you read or you quote a script. And so in the beginning, when the script is actually going to be on your screen, and you can just read it. And it's one of those things with GoPro. I was blown away by how he approached it. He says this guy name is Eric Worre, and he's phenomenal in the way that he teaches and the way that he approaches these things. When you talk to people about our product or about our business, you are never trying to sell or sign them up. That is not the goal of that call. The goal of the call is to set up a new appointment to call them back. And no matter how many times you call them, that's always the goal. So the reason for that is when you're calling people to have them sign up or to buy your product, they feel that immediately. And that's why they react the way they react. And that's why we all hate it. And so based on who they are, he has a script for friends and family, a script for people that just lost their job, people that buy a house, um, people that are successful professionals. How do you talk to them? And so it's a script for each one of them, and it's very very short. Like for example, what I was really impressed with was the way he approaches his friends and his family and his acquaintances. He calls them up and says, "Hey, for example, hey Roger, I'm running out the door here, but I wanted to talk to you for a couple minutes. Do you have a couple minutes that we can talk?" And so the person would say yes, and he would say, I don't know if you know, but I've started a new business, and I'm still, still a little bit unsure. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with talking to people about it. And since you're my friend, I would like to practice on you in the near future at some point. Would you be able? Would you be willing to help me out with that? Most of them say yes, and so he would then say, "Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that." Um, we immediately go into this part right here, and he says that this is very important. If I would you, and so what that means is we're gonna put a video together that's about 5 minutes long. The video is almost ready to go online, but it would be if I. So I'm back to Roger, and I say thank you so. Hey, thank you that you want to help me out here. So Roger, if I send you a video about 5 minutes long, would you be able to watch that? And it's going to tell you what the business is about. And so they either say, they say no, that's fine, drop it. Or like, don't worry about it. Then I'll find somebody else. No worries. But if they say yes, then you say great. I'll send a link to you in about 5 minutes. When would you be able to watch that? And then they're going to say, they give me a date. For example, I can probably watch that by Thursday. So the response is great. So if I called you on Friday, you would have definitely read it, watched it by then, right? And if they say yes, you go like, okay, what would be the best time on Friday for me to give you a call back and get your feedback on it? So that's the initial call. And so I'm not trying to sell this to my friends at all. I'm just trying, I'm just validating, first of all, who they are. I want their feedback, but at the same time, now I can expose them with this video about my business. And Eric Worre talks about don't try to sell it. Just let the third party tools, let the video, or sometimes we can also use a CD or a tape or whatever. Let that do the selling. Let them make up their own mind if they want to do this or not. So now you have, we're back here, and we have a follow up call. So the follow up call goes, on Friday, I call him up and say, "Hey, Roger, this is David. Hey, were you able to watch that video?" If he says no, set up a new appointment. It's like, "Oh, I understand. Don't worry about it. I understand you get busy. But would you be able to watch? When would you be able to watch it for sure? And then set up a new appointment. And you keep doing that until they watch it. This doesn't happen too many times because um, they might get annoyed as well. So, but if they watch it, then again, you got another script that you can read, and it's going to be on your computer right there. You can just read it, and after a while, you're going to be able to quote it. You're not gonna need the script anymore, but it just walks you through. What do you say next? And so it's very short, and you at that point, are they ready to sign up? Now you don't ask them if they're ready to sign up because they're going to tell you if they are or not. And so if they do, yep, sign them up. If not, find out why. You know, and it's not, if they say like I'm not interested in this at all, well, you can just drop it. But sometimes, most of the time, they're going to say, yeah, this is something that could work, but not for now. Okay, why? What would have to change for you to be interested in it? And then again, you don't have to worry about it because that's all in this script here. You just follow it step by step. You schedule a new follow up call, boom, and you do this until they're ready to sign up or until they say, stop bothering me. So that's really how easy it is to talk to people. I love it. The fact that we call people not with the intention to sign them up or to sell our product, or to sell our product. It's because we want either their feedback or we want information. It's really cool script is the one when you talk to a successful professional, because you think, of course you think they're not going to want to be starting their own business if they make a ton of money already. So how do you talk to them? And it's actually a really cool script. It's a totally different approach. And again, so you would actually ask for their help. And so most of the time when you ask people for help, they are so ready to do that, especially if they're your friends or your family. That's a totally different thing than if you ask them, "Hey, I got a business here. I want you to sign up with this, or I got a product that I want you to buy." So don't do it. Just the one thing is just have them watch that video. It's a 5-minute video. Just have them watch it and then call back and say, "Hey, what did you think about it?" you know. So that's the that's kind of the flow chart I have so far for prospecting. Um, so that's one thing that I'm working on, and then the second one, let me close this down here for a second. The other one is here. Now this one's a little bit more serious. Let me go page, zoom out. As you can see here, there is a lot of steps, and this is the new affiliate flow chart. So again, this is going to be, you're not going to be working with this flow chart. This is just for the development phase of it. Let me close this up again here. This is, so what do you do when you get a new affiliate? How do you get them how do you get them trained? How do you get them ready? How do you make them successful? That's one of the hardest things to do. And so I want to build a system that makes that very easy for you. And it just, again, it's step by step. So when you list your, when you log into your account and you list all of your affiliates, it's going to say where they are in this development plan. So I want to walk through it, just show you um, how simple this is by just following the instructions. You got a new affiliate, sign up here. You call them. Did they answer? No. Well, because this is a new affiliate that already signed up, you leave them a voicemail and you reschedule the call in your own contact management system, and then you call them again or they call back. So this is something that I do with all of my new affiliates. Every single one of them that I sign up personally, I qualify them on my first call. What I do is, don't worry about, what is, it says here, listen to high performance achievement, set date and time, and call me back. What that means is there is an audio file in your account. Don't worry where this is, because once the system is up, it will actually tell you exactly where to go to find that. I tell my new guys, log into your account, go to this place, listen to this high performance achievement audio file, which is a half hour, and then you call me back. Ask them, when do you think you can listen to this? This is 30 minutes, so make sure when can you listen to it, and then call me back. If they call me back, I go to step two. If they don't call me back, I call them the day after and ask them what happened. I'm very direct with this because I want to find out if this person is actually serious about doing this business or not. Because if they are serious, then I will be very serious with them. If they're not, I will not spend my time with trying to convince them. So, so I would call them back, ask them, okay, one more time, when will you be able to listen to this audio, and then you give me a call back. If they don't give me a call back, I'm done calling them. I'm done calling and following them up. Boom, I'm dropping them out of my system. Now, it doesn't mean if they call me back 2 weeks later and I can pick them back up, and I don't delete them from my affiliates. It's just I stop spending time with them. I'm going to spend time only with the people that are actually serious and they're actually wanting to do this. So um, a friend of mine actually introduced me to this, and this is actually the high performance achievement audio is a meeting by Dave Ramsey that really has nothing to do with network marketing. Now it's got really good information in it, and it's about really focusing on something to accomplish your goal. And so it applies, but it's really just a test to find out, is this person serious, and are they going to do what is required to become successful. So I use this one all the time. You can use it because it's available to every single affiliate. When you log into your account, you'll see. Actually, I can open that up here. Give me a second. Let's see if that's still open. Nope. If I go log into an affiliate account, you'll see here. Um, so once you log in and you go to inspirational materials, the first audio file here is high performance achievement. So you'll see when you click on that, it's by Dave Ramsey, and you'll see it doesn't have a timer on, but it's 30 minutes long. So it's available to everybody. You don't have to use this. You can find something yourself that you can that you think you can use, but it's there. So it's ready for you to use. Then once they do that, I know I got somebody that I can work with. We go to step two. We then start a personal plan development. So we actually just, first of all, what I do is I discuss the 8 points that Dave Ramsey talks about in this thing because I want to make sure they actually listen to it. So, um, so we discussed, and this is very, very short. Said, okay, so what are the 8 points that he talked about? And I just wanted to, I actually have those 8 points posted on my wall. So when I talk to people, I can actually follow along and see if they did listen to it or not. So then we develop a personal plan for them, and that's really, again, this is out of GoPro, and so don't worry about, we still have to develop how this works, how the interface is going to be online, um, but you're going to be developing something with them because um, somebody that wants to make $500 extra per month to supplement their income, their plan is going to be drastically different than somebody who says, yeah, I want to do this, really go for it. I want to be financially independent in 2 years. That's a totally different plan. So every person is going to, have a unique plan. And so you set that up together with them. And so once you do that, and again, it's very simple steps, just, one thing at a time, and you just walk through it. And then once you finish that, and you have, you say this, so this is the plan, do you agree that this is what we want to do? Then we go to what's called the Advanced List Builder. This is going to be a book. Oh, it says advanced right there. This is going to be a book that is almost finished that we're going to put online as well. That you're going to build your own list of prospect calls. And so you walk them through on how to set that up, and you're gonna, and then you set a date and time of completion. So you ask them, how long is this going to take for you to fill all of these out, and then you schedule a follow up call. So once you've done this, they're back on the calendar. You go to step 4. There's your follow-up call. Do they answer? No. Well, you go back and reschedule, and you keep calling until they pick up. So then if they pick up, first question is, did they finish that list? Did they do it? Yes or no? If they didn't, okay, schedule a new call and ask them when they are going to be able to finish it. If they can, we introduce them to the scripts on how to talk to prospects. And so we're going to put audio files online as well, so they can actually listen in on phone calls and find out how do you talk to people. And so you listen to those together if you can, and then you say, okay, now call your first 5 people and let's talk again tomorrow. And then we go to step number 5. So on step number 5, we call. Do they answer? Yes. Did they call 5 people? Yes. Okay. If they did, just review it. How did that work? What did you think? What worked? What didn't work? How can I help you with that? And then you set up a daily phone call goal for them. And then you set a day and a time for weekly calls with that affiliate. So they set up their own, you help them set up their own schedule for their daily phone calls to go through through that, let me go back up here, through that advanced list. So the new affiliate sets up that, and then you set it up with them a day and a time every single week that you guys talk to each other and just touch base. So then the first time you call on that weekly call, you just discuss what happened over the last week, and then you introduce them to the GoPro book. And so you just tell them about it. What do you like about it? And say, hey, this is something that is really, really great. I suggest you buy it, or you give it to them. I know Greg on the call here. I think he bought 6 books, right, Greg, last week, to give out to people. So and then you go to step number 7, and this is, again, it's a week later. You discuss the previous week, and then you introduce them to a weekly conference call with Todd Falcone. And I'll talk about that later. Who these people are. Todd Falcone is actually another really great guy that has really great information on how to run your business. And then week 8, it says discuss the previous week again, and then continue to introduce the affiliate to further development. at this point, once you get to step 8, you got somebody, if they went through all of this with you, you know you got somebody that is willing to actually put in some work. And so now, at this point, it becomes just a relationship, and you guys go at it together, and well, you'll see once you get introduced to GoPro and the weekly conference calls, then you get new information every single week. And actually, with GoPro, you get information almost every single day, with short videos and all that. So we can't really schedule what are we going to talk about the next week, because it really depends on what these two guys were talking about it the week before. So then this just continues. So it says here continue. It basically goes back to step 8, and you just roll back and forth in here. So that's the whole idea about this entire system. Again, you're not going to see this flow chart ever, but when you log into your account, let's see. Okay, yeah, when you log into your account, you can just see with this. You have a new affiliate, Daniel. He is. I can see the last call that we had was he needed to build his advanced list. So then I call him, and right here I can see. Okay, so my first question is, did you finish it? So if he says yes, okay, great. And then in the computer, you just click on yes, and it's then going to go to the next screen and say, okay, now do this. So you don't have to even remember what all the steps are, because once you complete a step and you click on complete it inside the system, it will automatically get you to the next step, and then it will just tell you what do you say or what do you do at that point. So I I'm very excited about this. And we're going to roll this out within the next week and a half. Um, so stay tuned with that, and I'll let you know. I'll email you guys when this is all done. So the reason we are rolling this out over the next week and a half is because we're going to the next point, May 15th. May 15th is a huge launch in the company. What we're going to do on May 15th is a program called 20 People in 90 Days. Anybody that wants to join me um, in this program, you don't have to. This is not mandatory, but if you were on the webinar a couple months ago, we talked about the 20 People in 30-Day program. And it was kind of a copy off of Eric Worre's webinar. I changed it into 20 People in 90 Days because I want to start it off in a little bit easier way. But if you sign up 20 people in 90 days, it's an enormous. Your business takes off really, really, really fast. And so I want to get as many people with me on this as possible, to sign up 20 people in 90 days. And anybody that wants to come with me, just let me know, either right now here uh, or just email me. Um, we're gonna be using those two flow charts. That's all we're gonna do in those 90 days is do that. Go through those flow charts with every single person. With prospects, just calling them up, say, we can actually use that we're in this program for people. Hey, we're launching something huge in our company. Would you be able to take a look at this? I think you would be great for this. And again, we're going to script all of this out for you. And so I see Dallas just jumped on the call as well. Dallas, I don't know how long you've been on the call, but we. I remember you asked us last webinar if I could share how to close a sale. And I want to go back to the beginning of this webinar about that, when we said we're really not calling people to get them signed up or to sell the product. That's not that's not the purpose of the call. And I said it earlier, its purpose and goal is different. The purpose of the call is to get to the next call, and the goal definitely is to get them signed up. But we need to give them information only. Um, and so they have to make up their own mind anyway. They have to decide once they see the information is this something that I want to do? And they make up their mind if they want to do it. We're not going to have to ask them if they want to do this. So um, this is going to be a huge thing. If you want to join me, please let me know. Um, so uh, that would be awesome. If you want to, let me know, because then I will get in touch with you personally, um, and, uh, and we'll just take it from there. If we have the people that are here in Arizona, we have a plan of actually getting together on a few Saturdays and just doing it all, as a group and as a team, and just building each other up. If you're out of state, I see Dallas here and Greg and Tom. If you're out of state, we have to approach it a little bit different. But if you have, like Greg, if you have your own people there, maybe you can do something like similar, where you and your guys get together, and we'll just talk about it, because it's a kind of a different dynamic, that I really don't want to talk too much about right now. Um, but I'm very excited. I'm so excited about these two things, because I know the hardest thing is to talk to people about this opportunity. And I I've always had this notion that I'm like, I do not want to talk to my friends, and I do not want to talk to my family. I will talk to prospects that come to me online, or leads that I buy, but I hate talking to my friends. And when I read GoPro, I was all of a sudden, my eyes open, and I'm like, that's exactly what I needed, and exactly how I can talk to my people, or to my friends, and it's so easy to do. So that is about May 15th. I'm going to open up these lines again here. Let's see if you have any questions. Let me see here. There we go. All right, so I unmuted all of you guys. If you have any questions, just lay them on. Nobody?
No question for me. It's Dallas. I came in a little late, so I'll have to listen to this later,
Okay.
David. But I'm definitely in for the 20 for 90. I won't be able to start till about June 1st, unfortunately.
Okay. Um, Greg is asking here, did you still have an incentive attached to the 20 rep sign up? Yeah, that has nothing to do with the program. If you sign up 20 reps in 30 days, you get $1,000 bonus, period. Doesn't matter when that happened. If that happens this month or next month or in September, there's no difference there. Anytime somebody signs up 20 reps in 30 days, there's $1,000 bonus on that. All right. I got a bunch of people here that have muted their mics. So if you're trying to, okay, so the so Greg is asking, so the 20 and 90 has no bonus. That's actually a good question. Let me think about that, Greg. And let's put a bonus on that as well. Just for for this program, for this launch, let's do it. If you sign up 20 people in between May 15th and August 15th, we're going to set a $1,000 bonus on that. So yeah, it's a good question, and let's just do it. It's I'm like, with this new scripting thing and with this new approach on how to talk to people, I think this is going to be just a walk in the park. I already sign up, personally, I sign up between 4 and 11 people every single week. Once you know how to do it, it's really, really simple. But I think I'm going to be able to do a lot more now that I have this new approach, because I never talked to my friends and family, about this, except, I talked to Dallas when I went to California. I remember that. Um, but so
I was hooked the moment you talked to me about it.
I know, right? It's an awesome program. I know but I'm like, I was really excited back then, and and I've always been excited about it. But just the last week when I read GoPro, wow, I am so I just can't wait. The only thing I got to do is I got to put the 4 or 5 minute video online first before I can start calling people, because we need to get that, that place where people can go to actually watch that. So But that'll be done really, really soon here. That'll be up just in a couple days. So, and I'll let you guys know when that's up. All right. Okay. When you expect to have a short video up today? So, Greg, I think I just answered your question before you put it up there. That video will be up in 1 or 2 days. Yes. So I already have it. I just need to edit it a little bit front and back, and then we can put it up. Where I'm gonna make it so if you are part of the success program, that video will be on your personal website. Anything else, you guys? Mike, Sam. Let's see what we got. Tom, Chris. Nope. All right, then.
I think what you're doing is really cool, David. I just want to say thank you for all your preparation. It looks like you're thinking this through really, really, really carefully. Good work.
Hey, thanks, Greg. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's one of those things. I live and breathe this company now. That's I go to bed thinking about it. I wake up in the middle of the night, it's cold sweats because I just dreamt about a coding thing that totally went wrong and I got to fix it. And I wake up all panicked and then realize it's a dream. So, but I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about just continuing to develop this out and to just make it better every day. So. And I really appreciate you guys' input. And Greg, I really appreciate, you getting back with me and just giving me new ideas and new, questions about if we can do stuff and do things better. So I really appreciate any input that I get from any of our affiliates. So thank you guys. So, all right. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna close this up here.
Otherwise, David, I apologize. I was really late on this one. I apologize. John,
Hey, John.
sorry about that.
Did you just get on?
Yeah, about two minutes ago. Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
had
I'm recording it, so I'm gonna put this on later tonight, and I'll let you all know that the recording is up. It's gonna be not that great of a recording because it's just a recording off from GoToMeeting. In the past, I've been recording them on my own here on my computer, but when I resized my screen, for some reason, QuickTime totally stopped recording. So it's going to be there. It's just not going to be that great of a quality, but all the information is going to be there. So
Okay.
cool.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. Then if that's it, thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Hope to talk to you guys soon, and I'll be in touch. All right.
Okay. Take care.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.